My name is Suneil Sanzgiri. I'm an artist and filmmaker. I mostly work in moving image, although I've also done installation and essay. I combine a lot of different formats in my films, so I do a lot of CGI animation, I do a lot of 16mm film and sort of direct animation on archival footage. I use many means necessary to achieve the goal and concept of the work. I'm interested in images, and I'm interested in how images circulate, how they transfer meaning, and how they come into conflict with one another. Film and cinema has existed alongside political movement and political struggle for all of its history. Most of the innovations that were done in the medium were done alongside moments of revolution or moments of conflict. And so I think about that a lot in relationship to why I'm drawn towards the cinematic medium. The larger themes of the show deal with questions of sort of transnational solidarities, anti-colonial movements, these kind of moments of possibility, of world building, and also of the aftermath of questions of decolonization, which is to say sort of failures of certain moments and possibilities of what could have been. The centerpiece of the show is this 2-channel film called Two Refusals, Would We Recognize Ourselves Unbroken, which was a collaboration with the poet Shami Ali Naim, who wrote the part of the script for the film. And the work is a sort of hybrid work of fiction and documentary, and really centers around this question of the struggle, the mutual struggle against the Portuguese Empire in Goa and Angola. The 16mm projection begs this question of whose history and whose memory, who's doing the forgetting and who's doing the remembering. And so, placed in the context here in the US, this question of disappearance and erasure of history and of memory is central to questions around the sort of right-wing backlash against critical race theory or queer theory. These really essential histories of dispossession and of violence that certain people would like to be forgotten, right? So who's doing the forgetting and who's doing the remembering? I think a lot of the stories that I'm trying to reclaim are questions of moments of possibility and moments of world building, moments of struggle and of solidarity, of sort of what's called the global majority coming together to help build a new world, a world free from imperialist and colonialist domination. You look at these histories and you realize that this world does not have to be the way that it is, that there are many people throughout history who have refused the status quo and of saying that fusing this kind of understanding of identity and ethnicity as the state determining or dictating who and what you can be, and saying that we all have a duty to one another. None of us are free until we're all free. I find hope and strength in community and in people and in affinity with other people, in kinship building, and in, I still find hope in art. I find hope in understanding that art does have a place, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to have my work here and for people to be able to see it, because I've had so many people who've reached out to me telling me how moved they've been by the work and how relevant it is to this present moment, and helping them to understand the present moment in a different way, in a way that encourages this sort of network of understanding struggle of the sort of interlocked relationships that we all have in the the kind of ways in which all of our liberations are intertwined. So I've had people from, who belong to all parts of the world, from Gaza to the Caribbean to so many different places, who've reached out and told me how much the work means to them.